Hi, my name is James Kahero. We are the Sounds of Worship. I am the team director. Sounds of Worship has been there for the last 5 years now, where we commenced operations of this team in 2015, around March, after we had a successful retreat someplace in Salama. Right there, we went to formulate what we want to look like for the next couple of years. And what we are today is a culmination of discussions we held and talked and prayed and spent time just having fun together with the team. Personal experiences about our walk in salvation, our walk in partnership and in fellowship with one another, the challenges we've had to go through. All that put together has brought us to a point whereby we realize that all that we do will not matter if it is not directed to the audience of one. And primarily what you're saying is that God is the only reason why we are doing this project. 5 years is defining for us because it's also taken this long for us to be able to put together this project. We have been talking about it year after year. We have been writing songs. We have written a number of songs, and we shall be sharing with you some of the songs in this project. And it's an exciting thing. Finally, it's exciting to see this thing culminating to this wonderful event that is going to happen on 31st of October, where we shall be able to worship the Lord. We shall be able to tell the stories of our lives in song and dance, and expressing ourselves so that we can be able to minister to God's people. 2017, halfway through this whole process, I went through a very trying time also at my place of work. I remember back then the challenge was more on how to navigate around a series of activities that were taking place. Around March of 2017 is when this period and this time I was going through a rough period at work, whereby I was unable to know how to stay sane, knowing that some of the things that were happening were not in line with what I stand for, that is honesty and integrity. The 34th president of the US, called Dwight Eisenhower, said that the true mark of leadership is undoubtedly integrity. And for me, my integrity was being put to test around that season. My integrity was being put to test, and I was required to either back off or proceed. But I chose to stand on the side of integrity, and I proceeded on with what required to be done at my place of work. Just a couple of months later, because now even my life was put at a risk, and I have to keep checking on the side to see who's following me. I had to ensure that the route I went with home is not the same route I'll go back to the office with. It was that serious, but all in all, I can say that God gave me peace at some point, because He said, my safety is in you. I said to Him, my safety is in you. He told me that I'm going to cover you even when the storms rage upon your life. Just around May, while taking some rest in the house, God started ministering to me about just how He has taken me through. And He clearly told me that if were it not for me in your life, were it not for me putting my hand of protection over your life, even the enemies who have been pursuing you would have already swallowed you. And that was so profound for me. And right at that point, while lying on my bed in the afternoon, Sunday afternoon, I remember vividly, I took my Bible and I started reading about the greatness of God. I think that's overwhelmed my thoughts and captured my imaginations of how God is great. There are times when we close our eyes like this, and there's an image that forms behind the eyes of a certain image that probably we would want to imagine is God. But he reminded me that he's bigger than that image I'm seeing behind my eyes. And that helped me now to start putting together words in my small notebook. And the song Wewe Mkuu was born from that experience. Because Wewe Mkuu is just a song that is talking about the greatness of God. And I was reflecting on where I had come from, the experience I had in my workplace, and the fact that God had already aligned the path for me, so that even when the enemy comes on me like a flood, or came to me like a flood, he had already raised up a standard against the enemy. And true to his word that indeed no weapon formed against you would prosper. A tag had been put on my life. You know, I had been chased by people who said that I had interfered with their business of probably doing corrupt deals. And after unearthing that, that's when it became evident that I was standing on the side of integrity.